We saw the pitch before the ball game, and now we'll hear the pitch here in the booth from Ed Huber. And Ed, we appreciate you joining us here, and appreciate everything you do for this championship. In the booth it is, and what made Brita get involved in this championship?
Well, I mean, water is not the most exciting thing, right? So trying to come up with a mission to make water more exciting for kids, give them an opportunity to understand that water is an important part of staying hydrated when you're out on a nice warm summer day on Long Island. And this is our second year as a title sponsor, and it just keeps getting better and better, so we're committed to this for a long time.
Well, you watch these kids, very impressive to you, it has to be, right?
I was trying to go back to my 12-year-old all-star team, and it has no resemblance to this
I
at
know.
all.
You had a good arm, though. You seem like you're a baseball fan.
I heard the mid-pop. I was looking down. I had to look up and see who threw that pitch. And it was a lot of pressure because you had all the kids gather, and you had to make sure you got it into that little small area.
Well, then you're throwing it to Royce Clayton on top of it, right? So, yeah, I was never on the mound. I was always behind the pitcher.
What are some other things that Brita does as a corporate citizen out there?
Well, we're part of the Clorox company. So we're a company that's been based in Oakland, California for 103 years. So kind of U.S. based. For Brita, we recently signed Stephen Curry, and Steph has been a great asset to help get the message out about hydration and how that can have a positive impact on your performance as an athlete.
Justin Crawford strikes out here. Jason Lopez records the first out in the fourth inning. The East on top 3-2 over the West, and this National Youth Baseball Championship powered by Brita here on CBS Sports Network.
Tell us a little bit about what Brita does and what it is, and explain to people how important it is, about the whole company name and the water filtration.
Yeah, so Brita basically established and invented the water filtration product line about 50 years ago, actually in 1966. And off the notion that if you want people to drink more water, you need to make it taste better. And so our water is generally safe, but when you move around the U.S., sometimes it can taste a little funny. And it actually started. We actually have a great base in New York. The business started with a distributor out here in New York, and we just found ways to get pitchers into people's homes. And sure enough, it made their coffee taste better and their tea taste better, and we haven't looked back.
Well, you look at it, what's interesting is when we were little, we drank out of the hose.
Right.
You grabbed the hose as a kid. There wasn't any bottled water. There wasn't any filtrated water. You just grabbed the hose. It had dirt on it. It had dirt on it.
Right.
Now you're seeing all the bottle companies, the bottled water companies, and now you see Brita. What has been the change? What's the difference in the change and how we've taken this next step for cleaner water?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think there's probably two big things. I think one, the awareness of the health benefits of water and the fact that, you just don't need your kids to drink as much sugar as they do. And so I think that was one. I think the other one really was as people are much more aware of the environmental aspects and just finding ways to, every Brita filter lasts the equivalent of 300 bottles of water. So kind of saving space in your landfill is a nice benefit as well.
Matt Borges lines a single to right. He's now 2 for 2 in this game. Jason Lopez struck out the first two batters of the frame, Justin Crawford and Gavin Cancio. 3-2 is your score. The East on top of the West. The sponsor of this championship, Ed Huber from the Clorox Company and the GM of the Brita brand, joining us here at Baseball Heaven in Yaphank, New York.
Now, do you travel quite a bit?
I do. Don't see as much baseball as I'd like, but obviously being in the Bay Area, both the Giants and A's provide nice opportunities to get out and do get a chance to travel around the country quite a bit.
Thomas Licey is the pinch hitter, and Borges advances to second base on the pass ball.
So you're a Giant fan?
I grew up a St. Louis Cardinal fan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so it was kind of fun talking to Royce Clayton before the game because he played for both the Cardinals and the Giants.
Right.
Sprayed over to third. Rampin. Close play. They can't hold on. Miskey couldn't field it over at first. Borges scores. And we are tied at 3 apiece as Licey goes all the way over to third as it rolled down the line. And the one thing that has amazed me all week here is just the level of talent and the size of these kids. it's a different world.
Yeah, well, I mean, you saw that foul balls that young man hit that would have been out of almost any major league ballpark, and you sometimes forget these kids are 12 years old.
Wild pitch allows Licey to score, and the West takes a 4-3 lead. Jason Lopez losing some control here in the fourth inning.
Now, through the major leagues and the major league stadiums, how many stadiums are you guys in?
Juan Rivera trying to bunt his way on.
Nice play, barehanded play over there.
Zach Rampin throws out Rivera. And Ed, we appreciate you joining us here and appreciate your sponsorship of the tournament. We'll see you again next time.
It's our pleasure, and this has been terrific, and it's nice that as soon as Tommy Lasorda got done speaking, the clouds parted and the sun came out. So it was some divine intervention for sure. I guess the big Dodger in the sky, as Tommy said, had something to do with this.
Baseball gods are with us. Thanks very much.
Indeed. Thank you.